How are you doing? My name is Eleanor Mcevoy and this is my little writing room in my house in County Wexford in Ireland. I spend a lot of hours here at night alone writing my songs. Um, my new album is actually called Alone and it's a really unusual album for me, so I thought that it might be good to get a bit of a background as to how it came about. A little while ago, while I was on tour in the UK, I had a kind of a break in the tour, and it wasn't worth my while coming home, but nor did I want to stay in another hotel or B&B. So I called up a residential studio in Norfolk where I had done a lot of work, and I said, can I stay in one of your cottages? Lovely cottages in the grounds that they had, and they said, sure, come on down. When I got there, I realised the studio was free, so with absolutely no plan or no vision for what I was going to do, I went into the studio, I brought in all my instruments, and I set up and I played and I sang old songs and new songs, and while I played and sang, Dave the engineer recorded. When people heard the results of the session, they said, oh, you have to release this. So I have, but to be truthful, this album is a real risk for me because it's not what I'd normally do in the studio. You know, there's no smoke, there's no mirrors, there's no overdubs, there's no drop-ins or backing tracks. It's just me and the songs really, really naked. Basically what I do on stage every night. It's funny, you know, because people are referring to it as an unplugged album or an acoustic album, but of course it's neither because most of it's on electric. I mean, there's little bits of it on bass and acoustic and piano and stuff as well, but for most of the album I'm actually playing the electric. But it's a kind of a subtle electric. It doesn't get in the way too much. So I'm going to give you a little blast of one of the songs. It goes like this. You'll hear better songs than this, with no trace of clumsiness, melodies and harmonies that complement the rhyme, favorite songs that reminisce and speak of times of happiness, with sentiments that make you warm inside.